The sleek exploration vessel Stellar Horizon moved quietly through the unknown solar system. Its powerful sensors mapped every planet, moon, and asteroid with great care. Commander Tay stood watching from the main deck. His tall body made a dark shape against the stars behind him. "Commander, we are picking up strange energy from the third planet," said Officer Han. She kept her eyes on the glowing display in front of her. Tay walked closer to look at the blue-green world on the screen. "Is it made by intelligent life?" "Yes, sir. The patterns show a civilization that is building technology." The commander's hand, with only 4 fingers, touched the control panel. The image of the planet grew larger. "This is interesting. They seem to be growing their abilities very quickly. Should we tell the council first?" Han asked carefully. Tay thought for a moment. "No. Our rules say we must collect early information first. Get a team ready to watch them without being seen." In just a few days, the alien scouts proved what the first scans had shown. The beings on the planet called themselves humans. They were close to real space travel. Now the Galactic Council would have to choose: make contact with these humans or keep the solar system off limits until they learn more. On Earth, Dr. Kim looked at the night sky through her telescope. She thought she was seeing just another faraway star. She did not know that very soon, everything humans believed about their place in the universe would change forever. The council meeting was tense. Leaders from 20 different worlds argued about what to do with Earth. "These humans are dangerous," said Representative Su. His skin shimmered with blue light as he spoke. "They fight wars among themselves. They damage their own planet. We should avoid them." "But their creativity is remarkable," countered Representative Dal. Her 4 eyes blinked in sequence. "They solve problems in ways we never consider. They could bring fresh ideas to our alliance." Commander Tay stood before the council, his report complete. "The humans are indeed warlike, but also capable of great cooperation. Their art, music, and stories show deep emotional understanding." The head counselor raised a hand for silence. "We have observed many emerging species. Most we watch from afar until they reach certain milestones. But these humans..." She paused. "Their development is unlike any pattern we've seen before." Back on Earth, strange lights appeared in the night sky over major cities. Government officials rushed to emergency meetings. Military forces went on high alert. Dr. Kim was called to a secret facility. "We need your expertise," said the general who met her. "Something is happening, and we need to understand it." Inside the facility, screens showed the objects now hovering in Earth's orbit. They weren't hiding anymore. "They're not meteors or satellites," Kim said, studying the data. "These objects are changing position deliberately." On the stellar horizon, Commander Tay prepared for humanity's first official contact with alien life. "The council has decided," he told his crew. "We will reveal ourselves." Officer Han looked worried. "Sir, are we certain they're ready? Their worldwide communication networks are already spreading panic." "Perhaps they'll never be fully ready," Tay replied. "But waiting longer only increases the risk of accidental discovery. Better to control how this happens." The landing site was chosen, a flat area outside a major city, with enough space for security but visible enough to be recorded. Earth's leaders had been contacted secretly in advance. As the small craft descended through Earth's atmosphere, Dr. Kim stood among world leaders and military personnel. Her heart raced. Everything she had ever studied, every star she had observed, had led to this moment. The ship touched down silently. Steam rose around it as its outer hull cooled. "Remember," the president whispered to the assembled humans, "this changes all of human history." Dr. Kim nodded, unable to speak. A door opened on the alien craft. Commander Tay emerged first, his appearance both familiar and strange, humanoid but clearly not human. He walked forward slowly, his four-fingered hand raised in a universal gesture of peace. Dr. Kim stepped forward as Earth's scientific representative. The distance between them, just a few steps, represented billions of years of separate evolution across vast stretches of space. "Welcome to Earth," she said, her voice surprisingly steady. Tay bowed slightly. "On behalf of the Galactic Council, I greet the people of Earth. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter for both our peoples." Behind them, the sun began to rise, casting long shadows across the historic meeting ground. Humanity's long isolation in the universe had ended. The alien station floating above Earth caught sunlight in strange ways. It was made of clear materials that bent light around its edges. People on Earth could sometimes see it as a bright spot moving across the sky. Dr. Kim walked through the station's main hallway, trying not to look too amazed. The walls seemed to flow like water but were solid to the touch. Small lights floated in the air without any visible support. She was part of the first human group allowed to stay on the station. Commander Tay approached her, his movements smooth and controlled. He was taller than most humans, with gray-blue skin and large eyes that reflected light differently than human eyes. "Your species adapts quickly," Tay said, watching other humans examine alien devices with great interest. "We've had to," Kim answered, looking straight at him. "Our planet has always forced us to change or die." Tay nodded. "That explains much about your history. The first month of meetings went better than expected. Humans shared their art, music, and science. The aliens, who called themselves the Valori, shared simple technologies as gifts, better ways to clean water and grow food. But during the third week, problems started. Kim sat in a large meeting room with other human leaders when a Valori official showed plans for mining equipment on the moon. "This is not what we discussed," said the human ambassador, looking confused. The Valori representative blinked slowly. The resource agreement clearly stated. "Your translator must be wrong," Dr. Kim interrupted firmly. "We never agreed to let you mine our moon." The room grew tense. Commander Tay and Officer Han moved to the side, speaking quietly. "The humans are more protective of their territory than our studies showed," Han whispered. Tay frowned. "A serious oversight. Adjust all agreements to reflect this." That night, unable to sleep, Dr. Kim used the computer terminal in her room to review previous meetings. She wanted to find where the misunderstanding started. As she searched through files, she accidentally opened a folder containing Earth observation records. Her hands froze above the controls. The dates on these files went back decades. There were detailed reports on human cities, governments, and technologies from long before first contact. Video files showed human activities from years ago: children playing in parks, scientists in laboratories, soldiers in training. The aliens had been watching Earth for much longer than they had admitted. Kim felt cold despite the comfortable room temperature. Why had they hidden this? And more importantly, why reveal themselves now after years of secret observation? The next morning, she joined a tour of the station's science section. She tried to act normal, but questions burned in her mind. A young Valori scientist named Ring showed them plants from other worlds. "This one grows on a planet with 3 suns," Run explained, pointing to a purple fern-like plant. Kim looked at the collection of alien life. "How many worlds have you visited?" "Our species has catalogued over 4,000 planets with complex life," Rin said proudly. "And how many civilizations like ours?" Kim asked carefully. Ron hesitated. "That information is limited to certain personnel." Later that day, Kim found Commander Tay in the observation room, looking down at Earth. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Tay said without turning around. "Yes," Kim agreed, standing beside him. "We've always thought so. That's why we're protective of it." Tay turned to face her. "You have questions. You've been watching us for decades," Kim said directly. "Why contact us now?" A long silence followed. Finally, Tay gestured to the stars visible beyond Earth. "The galaxy is changing, Dr. Kim. New forces are emerging. Some are not peaceful." "Are you saying Earth is in danger?" Kim asked, her heart beating faster. "Not immediately," Tay replied. "But isolation would not protect you forever. Your technology was advancing quickly. Soon you would have been detected by others. We chose to find you first. Who are these others? Kim asked. Tae's expression grew serious. That is a longer conversation. One your people may not be ready for yet. As Kim left the observation room, she noticed Officer Han watching her closely. The station suddenly felt less like a place of exchange and more like a fortress. But against what? That night, Earth's cities glowed below the station like scattered jewels. In one of those cities, Kim's family looked up at the night sky, wondering about her work with the aliens. They didn't know that their world had just become part of something much larger and more dangerous than anyone had imagined. A loud boom shook the entire station. The force threw people against walls and knocked over equipment. Dr. Kim fell hard, hitting her shoulder. Red lights began flashing as alarms wailed. Everyone stay calm, she shouted, though she could barely hear her own voice. She spotted June, a young scientist from her team, lying on the floor. She crawled to him through the smoke and helped him sit up. What happened? She asked, looking around at the damaged room. Commander Tae appeared from a doorway. His uniform was burned in several places, and a dark liquid trickled from a cut on his face. Sabotage, he said grimly. Not everyone in the council wants us to work with humans. The air cleaning systems began to remove the smoke. Kim could now see that the main laboratory was destroyed. Important research equipment lay in pieces. 3 Valori crew members were injured, along with 2 humans. Who would do this? Kim asked as she helped June to a bench. Tae's expression darkened. There are groups who fear change. They believe humans are dangerous and should be isolated. Security teams arrived quickly. Officer Han organized medical help for the injured. Commander, the damage is contained to this section. No major systems were affected. Good, Tae replied. Begin investigation immediately. Within 2 hours, human engineers working with Valori technicians had restored power to the damaged section. The humans used tools in ways they weren't designed for, creating temporary fixes with whatever materials they could find. Officer Han watched with growing interest as a human engineer used food packaging to seal a leaking pipe. They think differently, she said quietly to Tae. They don't follow our standard emergency procedures, yet their methods work well. Tae nodded. Their planet's position in a radiation-heavy part of their galaxy created unique pressures as they evolved. Their brains work differently from any species we've met before. By the next day, a joint human-Valori team had discovered how the sabotage happened. A small explosive device had been hidden in a shipment of research materials. The evidence pointed to a radical group called the Purists, who opposed contact with new species. They must have help from someone inside the station, Tae told Kim during a private meeting. Security protocols were bypassed. Kim frowned. You have a spy on your crew? Possibly. Or they may have hacked our systems remotely. He looked troubled. The council is receiving reports about your people's response to the crisis. Many are surprised by human resilience and problem-solving abilities. Is that good or bad? Kim asked. Both, Tae admitted. Some see valuable allies. Others see potential threats. That evening, the station commander called an emergency meeting. All human and Valori personnel gathered in the main hall. The station commander, a tall Valori named Sol, stood before them. Today's attack was meant to divide us, Sol announced. Instead, it has shown what we can accomplish together. The quick thinking of both species prevented any loss of life. People applauded, but Kim noticed that some Valori looked uncomfortable. After the meeting, Kim reviewed security footage from her tablet. She noticed something strange. The explosion had happened just minutes before a scheduled test of a new human-Valori joint technology. The timing couldn't be coincidence. She found Tae in the observation deck, staring at the stars. Commander, I think the bomb wasn't just an attack against cooperation. It targeted specific research. Tae turned to her. What makes you think that? The timing. It destroyed our work on the shared defense system. Tae was silent for a long moment. You're right. The purists don't just fear humans. They fear what we might accomplish together. You mentioned other forces in the galaxy, Kim said quietly. Dangerous ones. Is that why the defense project is so important? Before Tay could answer, Officer Han entered. Commander, urgent message from the Council. They're sending investigators to assess the situation. When will they arrive? Tay asked. 3 days. And sir? Han hesitated. They're questioning whether contact with Earth was premature. After Han left, Kim and Tay stood in silence. They could end all this, couldn't they? Kim finally asked. The Council could decide to cut contact with Earth. Tay's face showed rare emotion. Yes. Some will argue that your species isn't ready. That the risks outweigh the benefits. And what do you think? Kim asked. Tay looked out at Earth, glowing blue and green below them. I think the attackers are right about one thing. Together, our peoples could become something neither of us could be alone. He turned to her. And that frightens those who prefer the galaxy as it is. Kim realized they had 3 days to prove that humans and Valori could work together or risk Earth being cut off from the stars just when they had discovered they weren't alone. 6 months had passed since the aliens had revealed themselves to Earth. The world had changed completely. Alien ships now visited regularly. Earth products were being traded to other star systems. Humans were learning new technologies at an amazing rate. Dr. Kim sat in her new office on the orbital station. Her title was now Head of Earth Council Relations. The walls of her office were decorated with both Earth art and gifts from various alien species. A plant from another world grew in a special container, its purple leaves turning to follow the light. Kim stared at her screen with a frown. Another request for human cooperation had been denied. This was the 3rd time this month that the Council had blocked Earth's access to medical technology. A soft tone announced a visitor. The door slid open to reveal Commander Tay. You look troubled, he said, taking a seat across from her desk. Kim closed her screen. Just work. How was your trip to the Council homeworld? Difficult, Tay admitted. Earth has become the main topic at every meeting. Some species are excited about trade with humans. Others are deeply worried. About what? Kim asked, though she already knew the answer. Tay paused before speaking. Your people learn very quickly. Too quickly for some council members' comfort. Kim knew this was true. Earth scientists had already taken the simple engine designs shared by the aliens and improved them in unexpected ways. An Earth company had merged alien materials with human computer technology to create something entirely new. I need to show you something, Kim said. She activated a secure channel on her screen and turned it so Tay could see. The screen showed records of all technology transfers between the Council and Earth. Certain patterns were highlighted. Medical technology transfers have been blocked 14 times, Kim explained. But requests for human military leaders to meet with alien observers are always approved. Why is that? Tay's face showed concern. The Council is not united on how to handle Earth. Some see humans as valuable allies. Others view your species as a potential threat that must be controlled. And where do you stand, Commander? Kim asked quietly. Tay looked out the window at Earth below before answering. I believe in what the Council was created for: peaceful cooperation and mutual growth for all species. But many have forgotten these ideals because they are afraid. Afraid of us? Kim asked, surprised. We're centuries behind your technology. But advancing faster than any species we've encountered, Tay replied. At your current rate, you'll catch up in decades, not centuries. That frightens many. Later that day, Kim attended a demonstration of new Earth technology. Earth engineers had combined alien power systems with human design to create more efficient spacecraft. The gathered alien representatives watched with mixed reactions. Impressive, said a delegate from a friendly system. Humans have a unique perspective. Concerning, whispered another alien to his colleague. They adapt our technology too easily. After the demonstration, Kim overheard two council security officers talking in a hallway. The vote is next week, one said. If it passes, Earth will face restrictions on all technology transfers. Is that really necessary? Asked the other. You haven't seen the latest reports. Their military has already incorporated our basic shield designs into their defense systems. At this rate, they'll have a space fleet within 10 years. Kim stepped away quietly. This confirmed her fears. Some in the council wanted to limit Earth's growth. That evening, she met with Earth's ambassadors in a secure room. The situation is getting worse, she told them. Certain council factions see our rapid advancement as a threat. They're pushing for technology restrictions. Can't Commander Tay help us? Asked one ambassador. He's trying, but he's just one voice, Kim replied. And his support for Earth has already damaged his standing in the council. The next day, an urgent call came from Earth. A council inspection team had arrived unannounced at a research facility in Japan. They demanded access to all projects using alien technology. On what authority? Kim asked angrily when confronting the council representative. Security concerns, was the cold reply. Several species have filed formal complaints about Earth's technology development rate. Kim found Tay in the command center. Did you know about this inspection? No, he said, looking troubled. These orders came directly from the Council's Security Division. They bypassed normal channels. This isn't just about safety concerns, is it? Kim asked. Some of them don't want us to advance at all. Tay's silence was answer enough. That night, Kim looked out her window at the stars. 6 months ago, those stars had represented wonder and new friendships. Now they seemed to hold hidden dangers. Earth had gained amazing new knowledge from contact with aliens, but had also become part of a complex political game they barely understood. And the stakes were the future of humanity itself. The huge room was filled with aliens from 100 different worlds. Some had scales, others had fur. Some had many arms, others had none. They sat in rising circles around a central platform. This was the Galactic Council chamber, where the most important decisions in the galaxy were made. The doors opened. Everyone turned to watch as the human group walked in. Dr. Kim led them, walking tall and straight even though she felt nervous inside. After 2 difficult years, Earth was finally being considered for membership in the galactic community. The council president rose from her seat. She looked almost like a tall human, except for her silver skin and eyes that changed color as she spoke. We extend a conditional invitation to your species, she announced, her voice carried by hidden speakers. With proper oversight of your technology development and military abilities. The chamber was silent. Everyone watched Dr. Kim as she stepped forward to the speaking platform. Earth thanks the Council for this recognition, she said clearly. But we propose changes to the Standard Agreement. Voices rose around the room. Aliens turned to each other in surprise. Most new species accepted any terms they were given. Humanity offers fresh ideas that can help the entire galactic community, Kim continued. We seek to be partners, not subjects. High above the main floor, Commander Tay watched from the visitor area. He had broken serious rules by showing Kim secret reports. These reports revealed plans by some council members to hold Earth back and limit human growth forever. His actions would end his career, but watching humanity stand as equals before the council made it worthwhile. The president's eyes turned deep blue, a sign of surprise in her species. Your request is unusual. What changes do you propose? Kim activated a small device. A hologram appeared showing a new type of agreement. We call this the Mutual Development Accord. It creates joint research teams with equal membership from Earth and Council worlds. Knowledge flows both ways. For the next hour, Kim explained the human proposal. Some council members looked angry. Others seemed interested. A few even looked excited. When she finished, the president spoke. We will consider your proposal. The council will vote in 3 days. Later, Kim found Tay waiting for her outside the chamber. That was brave, he said. No new species has ever counteroffered before. We had to, Kim replied. We know some factions want to keep us dependent on the council forever. Tay nodded. My career is probably over for helping you, but I believe it was the right thing to do. Will the council accept our proposal? Kim asked. I don't know, Tay admitted. But you've changed the conversation. That might be enough. 3 days later, Kim returned to the chamber. The vote was close, but in the end, Earth's proposal passed with amendments. Humans would join the galactic community as partners, not subordinates. 3 months passed. Many things changed. On Earth, new cities were being built with alien help. In space, human-designed ships began exploring nearby stars. Kim was named Earth's first official ambassador to the stars. She stood on the bridge of the New Horizon, Earth's first true starship. It combined human creativity with alien science in ways neither could have achieved alone. Through the large window, she could see Earth getting smaller as they moved away. Beside her stood Tay. After losing his position in the Council forces, he had accepted a role as an independent advisor to the human diplomatic team. Do you regret your choice? Kim asked him. You gave up everything to help us. No, he said, watching as Earth became just a blue dot behind them. The galaxy had become too comfortable, too set in its ways. It needed something to wake it up. He turned to her. I believe your species is just the beginning of a new story for all of us. The ship's captain approached them. We're ready for the jump to faster than light speed, Ambassador. Kim nodded. Proceed. The captain gave the order. The stars around them stretched into lines of light as the ship accelerated beyond what humans had once thought possible. Kim thought about how much had changed in just 2 years. Humans had gone from thinking they were alone in the universe to becoming part of a vast community of worlds. The path ahead would not be easy. Some aliens would remain suspicious of humans. Some humans would fear the aliens. But for the first time, Earth was truly connected to the stars. As the ship traveled faster than light toward their first diplomatic mission, Kim realized this was not an ending but a beginning. Humanity's journey to the stars had only just started. What they would become was limited only by their imagination and determination. The end.